There's a rumor that's been circling around Red Dead Online for a quick minute now, and I thought that I would do a thoughts video regarding the possibility of taxidermy, some form, some fashion, coming to Red Dead Online, whether as an activity or as a role. What do I think about that? Well, let's get into it. So first off, I had to do some digging. I did not find much information about the hypothetical taxidermy role except for a Reddit post, and apparently there's some codes that have been found in the game files that allude to the very real possibility that taxidermy is coming to Red Dead Online. So we don't really have much to go with. Alleged files in the game, according to data miners, a Reddit post, which I'll link below in the description section, as well as this advert in the catalog. I went to Rhodes, I looked through the catalog, eventually I found it. So if you're curious, yes, there is a Lauren Hobbs taxidermy advert in the Wheeler, Rawson and Company catalog at the stores. Feel free and go look for it yourself. So we'll read over it and we'll see what it has to say, and then I'll give you my thoughts about how I think taxidermy could work in Red Dead Online. The art mastered by the ancient Egyptians is all the rage for homebound hobbyists looking to pass the dreary months of winter. Only Wheeler, Rawson and Company has all the supplies devoted to the interests of the aspiring amateur taxidermist. Preserve the beloved pets succumb to rabies. Let the little ones practice on carcasses that have fallen victim to wagon wheels or trains, and make animal friends to play with. Memorialize the matriarch forever in her favorite rocking chair, greeting guests in the parlor. Create dioramas that delight. It's an art that could earn you extra income and a great deal of curious attention. A vast number of revisits have sent us correspondence, including this one from L. Hobbs. Dear sirs, I must send dispatch regarding the wonderful creature creations I have fashioned using your taxidermy supplies. A myriad of tiny treasures peer on during the night in my boudoir, and I'm creating a special piece for a gentleman caller who supplies me with the perfect specimens. So this is something you actually can do as a side quest throughout Red Dead Redemption 2. You'll get these correspondence from L. Hobbs, and she sends you on this fetch quest, and eventually once you get all of the items here and there for her, then you get a cutscene and you get a reward. No, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to spoil it because it does have to do with the epilogue of Red Dead Redemption 2. Some of you probably aren't aware of what I'm referring to. But anyways, there is a possibility that we're going to get taxidermy in Red Dead Online. For the record, I don't think this is a good idea for a role. However, it could be one more activity that we could do in the game. That does not necessarily mean it has to be a role. So if they make it a role, then obviously it's going to cost you gold bars. There's a possibility that L. Hobbs will be the contact one way or the other, whether it's a role or it's just another fetch quest, similar to the way it works in Red Dead Redemption 2. In fact, I'm almost willing to bet that it's going to be copy-pasted from Red Dead Redemption 2 to Red Dead Online. She'll send you out to go after like 3-star animals or even legendary animals, perhaps even fish, and you bring certain animals back to her. She gives you money and maybe some other items you have to pick up for her as well that are scattered throughout the 5 states of Red Dead Online. She'll give you money, and maybe she will craft you some taxidermy items, like some 3-star animals, from squirrels all the way up to grizzly bears, alligators, bucks, elks, moose, as well as perhaps even the legendary animals as well, for you to put in future properties. So it'd be a great way to go and have trophies in our properties, depending on what you end up getting, whether it's a shack or a mansion, somewhere in between. And maybe there's a variety of different taxidermies that she will make for you, like the cute little squirrels, all the way to some scary looking bears and wolves and cougars and panthers, oh my. And if you tie it into legendary animals, then that would give players that already got all the garments, all 40-something garments, another reason to go after legendary animals, besides the samples for Harriet And besides the pelts that we can give to Crips for our camp for the trader role, this would also piss off Harriet royally. And what else is new? I'm sure that Harriet and L. Hobbs would not get along too well. No, I doubt it. But I don't think this would work as a role. I think this is a terrible idea for a role. I hope that Rockstar has more fun ideas in store for us when it comes to future roles, like a lawman role, an outlaw role, heist, for example. It's okay to have some different roles, as we've talked about previously, an angler, fisher role, a prospector role, a wrangler role, etc. But for taxidermy, the only way I see this working is another thing for us to do in the game for L. Hobbs. Go out there, pick up certain animals, whether they're 3-star, legendary, hopefully both, and certain items for her via fetch questing. Pay L. Hobbs cash or gold, most likely gold, because it's Rockstar and they want us to not have that much gold. So they're going to come up with other ways for us to spend our gold in the game going forward and encourage some players to go to the store in order to purchase more gold bars. Wouldn't surprise me if a lot of the items that L. Hobbs can craft for us will cost gold, I'm afraid. Do you have some? But maybe there'll be some others that will cost you cash. So I can envision small ones like these squirrels, medium size like a coyote, large ones perhaps for your mansion like a big giant grizzly bear to hug, or an elk or a bison, and maybe different variations like head mounts, bucks or moose or wolves, or maybe even some fish mounts as well. That could tie into my idea for an angler role. And maybe some variety, right? Like a normal looking trophy, something silly looking, something scary looking. Like, for example, a deer head with glowing red eyes and sharp teeth snarling at you. No, do not show me that. Do not show me that. It's a reoccurring nightmare I've had since I was a kid. I haven't had it in a long time, but it is pretty scary. Anyway, so that's my thoughts regarding taxidermy in Red Dead Online. Wouldn't work so well as a role per se, but I think that it would be kind of cool to have in the game for players to interact with L. Hobbs, be sent on fetch quests and bringing her back animals and 3-star animals, legendary animals, fish, birds. I don't know if we'd be able to bring back legendary bounties. The heads of our enemies to be put upon our wall. Taxidermy could be an interesting addition to Red Dead Online, especially once we get properties and we would have a place to put up these various trophies, whether it's 3-star animals or even some of the legendary animals as well. Anyways, your thoughts, your views, your opinion about adding L. Hobbs taxidermy to Red Dead Online, whether it's as a fetch quest and her crafting you certain trophies for cash, most likely gold, or a taxidermy role in Red Dead Online. What do you think? Which one would you prefer? Either or both? Neither? Your thoughts, your views, and opinion regarding taxidermy and Red Dead Online, as always, welcome below in the comment section. Don't!
You just have to open your mind.